What's up, guys? Dodgers, Randy here for your game recap of today's 2-1 win over the Cubs. But before we get into that, really quickly, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button. It would mean the world to me. As always, I appreciate your guys' support. But other than that, Dodgers came out with a big win today. They did great in Milwaukee. They won 3 out of 4. But you want to always come home from a road trip with a winning record, whether it's by one game, 2 games, whatever the case may be. And with Dodgers picking up the win today, they did just that. They came away with a 4-3 record on this road trip against 2 potential playoff teams, which is huge. Because in the playoffs, you know what? They're not going to be playing all the games at home against the Cubs, Brewers, whatever the case may be. We seem to always play better at home, and so I don't want to read too much into this series. I know we're the better team. I know we're better than the Cubs. I know we're better than the Brewers. And coming out with 4 wins out of 7 games is always huge. That now moves the Dodgers to 16-11 on the season. Last year, when the Dodgers got 16 wins, they had 26 losses. So we're already 15 losses ahead of schedule, I guess you could say, or not ahead of schedule. You never want that to happen, but they're 16-11. Last year they were 16-26, so already off to a much better start. And so let's get into today's game. Seager was out of the lineup today. It was a regular rest day for him. Kind of anytime after day games, we see a lot of guys sit. Gale was in the lineup for Barnes, so Barnes can get rest. We'll see Martin back this weekend, so that was the last one for Gale. We saw Taylor at shortstop today to go ahead and give Seager that rest, which allowed Verdugo to be in the lineup, which of course turned out to be a good thing. But really quickly, we'll go ahead and jump into the pitching side of things for Stripling. It was Stripling versus Lester. Stripling came out with the better game of the two. He didn't give up a run. I don't even know. Yeah. Well, I guess Lester didn't give up. It wasn't an earned run, so it doesn't count against him. But Stripling looked pretty good on the mound today. And today was his last game before heading to the bullpen. Urias' last game. He looked great before heading to the bullpen. And Stripling did pretty well today, too. He had 4 2/3 of an inning pitch, 0 earned runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. There was a time in the game, it was the 5th inning. There were 2 outs, and Stripling had given off a leadoff double in the 5th inning. He had only, he gave up a double to lead off the 5th inning. Then he got 2 outs, and then they decided to bring Baez in to face Kris Bryant. A lot of people kind of seemed freaked out about this upset. I know it's stressful at times when Baez comes into the game. However, he has done much better for us lately. And there was an understanding for it. There was a reason behind it. Kris Bryant's turning things around. He hits Stripling well. He does not hit Baez well. He did end up walking Kris Bryant, but the thought process behind the move seemed like the right decision. It ended up being the right decision. The next batter, Baez, did get a fly out. And then after that, he just completely dominated, came in the 6th inning, struck out the side. And pitching all around today did really good. Jansen is the only one that had kind of a questionable outing. Ferguson came in. He struck out a guy. He did hit a guy and then give up a walk, but then he got a double play turned for him. And then Kelly came in, got 2 quick outs, gave up a single. At that point, it obviously gets a little bit more stressful. Then you've got the tying run at the plate at that point. Or no. Yeah, it was bottom of the 8th. Yes, we did have the tying run at that point. Or they had the tying run at that point. And however, he does end up getting a strikeout to end the inning. Also, his hit off Baez, most guys aren't hitting that. Most guys aren't going to make contact with that. So I'm not going to get on Kelly for that, giving up that 1 hit. He didn't give up a run. It's a start. Hopefully that helps turn his confidence around because we need that from him. Jansen came in, got 2 outs, gave up a home run. It's starting to get a little bit worrisome with him. He's given up 3 home runs, I think, in his last 3-4 outings. It might be a little bit more than that. I know he's given up 3 home runs, and I know he gave up the one in Milwaukee. I think he might have given up another one in Milwaukee. Maybe it was at home. I don't know. Either way I don't know what's going on with him. The home run ball is costing him. it's a little bit stressful when your closer comes in. Obviously, you always want the offense to score a lot of runs, but in a game like today, when they only come away with 2, you're really pushing things with your closer. You want your closer to be able to come in with a 1-run lead if need be and be able to get out of it. And Jansen just seems like if they do not give him more than a 1-run lead, and even like we saw the other day, he might end up kind of screwing us because he just is giving up a solo home run. It seems like a lot, or finding a way, or giving up a run in some context. Either way, they got out of it. Hopefully a confidence boost for Jansen to get that save. Hopefully they figure out what's going on with him sooner rather than later, because he is probably one of the most important pieces, if not the most important piece out of this bullpen. So hopefully he turns it around. Offense, not a very good game when you look at it. Outside of Verdugo and Bellinger, who both of them continuously keep killing the ball, just nobody else is really doing anything. Coming into this game, Kike was 1 for 19 and he did nothing. He went 0 for 3. Should have been 0 for 4. I must not have wrote down his last at bat. Whoops. I believe he went, now I'm annoyed with myself that I didn't write that down. He did not look good today. He went 0 for 4 with a strikeout, and I just don't know what's going on with him. So he's now 1 for his last, 23? I have a couple suggestions, not that it matters. I don't control the team, but I'll go over it in a minute, but it would get Kike out of the lineup for a little bit. Same thing with Turner. He continuously struggles. He is 3 for his last 25. That's including today's game. However, he did have 3 of the 8 hardest hit balls in the game. So he is making hard contact. He just unfortunately was hitting them right at guys. So it's a good sign. It means he's still hitting the ball hard, and now it's just a matter of him timing it up a little bit better so he can hit it where there are not guys standing there to get him out. He's going to turn it around sooner rather than later. He did so well in spring training that I can't think he's just all of a sudden not Justin Turner anymore, and not going to perform at a high level. So he'll turn it around hopefully sooner rather than later, because it seems like most of the lineup is really struggling right now. Freeze and Muncy combined have been 0 for their last 31. It might have actually been more for that. I don't remember when yeah. Either way, they haven't got a hit in at least their last 32 at bats. Muncy did walk. However, whatever they're doing there at first base for that platoon, it's just not working right now. I think Muncy will turn it around, but Freeze is just kind of, at least Muncy has a good eye. He has a great eye at the plate, and if he makes contact, he can hit the ball hard. I am a little bit frustrated seeing Freeze in there so much every time there is a left-handed pitcher on the mound. I do not think he needs to be the starting first baseman every time there's a left-handed pitcher on the mound. So, again, I'll go over my lineup idea in a minute. Bellinger did his thing again. He had a double and a walk and an RBI sac fly. So he went 1 for 2 on the day. But kid's just killing it. I mean, you can't ask for him to come do any more than he's already doing. Coming into the game, he leads MLB in runs, hits, batting average, slugging percentage, OPS plus, and total bases. With his double today, he's actually 1 total base away from tying Utley for the most total bases before May 1st. So Utley held the record at 85 total bases before May, and Cody Bellinger's at 84. I thought he might do it today, at least tie it, because he got that double in his second at bat of the game, but he didn't end up coming through, and I must say I am a little bit happy about that, because I will be at the 3 games this weekend, and I would like to see him break that record in person at Dodger Stadium. So I'm sure he'll do it. All that means is he needs a single to tie it, or a double, triple, or home run to surpass it. So you guys get the idea. Singles 1 base, double 2, triple 3. If he hits a home run, it's 4. So he just needs 1 more base, and he will have tied Utley's record, 2 more, and he breaks it. So let's hope he does that this weekend. I think he's going to break quite a few records this season, the way he's hitting the ball. Pollock, I don't know what's going on with him. In my opinion, he needs to sit. He had a single in his first at bat, and then he struck out 3 times. He's just swinging at stuff in the dirt. He does not look comfortable at the plate. His pitch recognition just seems to be totally off. Like I said, swinging at things 2-3 feet in front of the plate, a foot in front of the plate. I think for him right now, it's a mental game. I think for most of them that are struggling, it's all a mental game. They're just in their heads. They're trying to do too much. When you only have two guys on the team in Verdugo and Bellinger who are really kind of doing everything at this point, guys around them I feel like are trying to do too much instead of just going back to the basics. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure they're all doing much more than any of us have any idea about, and they're not all going to stay this bad for the whole season, so it's only going to get better. Like I mentioned, Verdugo, good game for him. He did go 1 for 4. However, he did have a leadoff triple, and that's what ended up bringing coming around, and we needed that. But everyone else, bad game. Gale struck out 3 times, did have a single. Taylor keeps struggling. There's literally nothing I feel like they can do at this point to stop. I mean, for it to get better. I feel like playing him at this point, it just doesn't matter. He did bring a run home. However, it was not an RBI because he reached on an error. So it's just, I don't know what to say about Taylor. The dude can't figure it out. He looks bad up there. He doesn't look, he just doesn't look right. And I understand they're playing to turn around a slump. Games like today are when he should be playing. You're able to get Verdugo in there, give Seager rest. In my opinion, that's when Taylor should be playing. He should be a starter who only comes in when guys need rest days or an injury or to pinch hit or defensive replacement, whatever it would be. I don't think he's ever going to get back to the form we saw. He's going to continue to strike out. It's just the swing he has. He struck out today with a 90 or 91 mile per hour fastball down the middle. And he's been doing that all season. Did that a lot last year. Someone on Twitter that I follow, his name's Brooke, he actually mentioned that Taylor is now whiffing on 25% fastballs. So 1 out of every 4 fastballs, he's just not even making contact with. And as a big league player, if you can't hit fastballs, you're probably not going to be a very productive hitter. And so something needs to change with him. They tried to give him a chance. They started him all 3 days against lefties. Nothing changed. I know Robert said he's not going to give up on him just yet, but I can't imagine that they keep just wasting at bats with him before the way Verdugo's playing. I just don't see how you can keep playing Taylor and kind of justifying it. I get it. People like him, and he's did a lot for the team in the past, but we got to win now, and in my opinion, it's just not going to happen with Taylor in the starting lineup. They're trying, it's such a mess right now with him. Let me see. Where did my tweet? Oh, okay. So my lineup idea, and it's a way, in my opinion, to have the best possible lineup out there, would be you move Bellinger back to first base, put Verdugo in right field, Jock and Taylor platoon in left. That way you're getting Verdugo playing time pretty much every single day. You're Bellinger in there every single day. You have Jock in there against righties. You have Taylor in there still getting his at bat against lefties without taking away time from Verdugo. And then Muncy and Kike should be platooning at second base because you need someone like Muncy to be getting his at-bats and you need someone like Taylor to be getting his at-bats, but they're both struggling and Kike is really, really struggling. So it might be good for him to get some games off and let Muncy pick up. Muncy can play all over the place. So he can play in first base. This isn't something I expect the lineup to be like this every single game, but it's what I would like to see most of the time. When you just have guys like Kike, Taylor, Freese, and Muncy all struggling, having all of them in the game together, or 3 out of 4 of them in the game together like it was today, just doesn't seem like you're really going to do much. Freese should be coming in to pinch hit. He can start against left-handed pitchers every once in a while. But other than that, he doesn't need to be starting every game. Kike doesn't need to be starting every game. Taylor doesn't need to be starting every game. Muncy, I would be fine with starting every game, but Verdugo is doing much better than him. So I'd rather Muncy lose some at-bats for Verdugo to get in more and just let Taylor still get his platoon stuff in, just because that won't affect Muncy, and Muncy can play at third for Turner when he needs an off day. He can play at first, he can play at second, so they can still get them in there. But as always, I'm just a fan, so my opinion doesn't mean anything. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know what you think. Also, I want to show you this shirt. One of my friends, his name is, his Instagram and Twitter name is that one artist, and he makes the players monsters. As you can tell, it's Bellinger. He's got his stance and everything, and I'm loving this shirt because it just kind of it's exactly what Bellinger's doing this season: a monster at the plate and tearing the cover off the ball. I'll go ahead and put the link for that in the description if you guys want to check it out. He has other players: Turner, Bellinger, Kike, Muncy, and he's working on another one, so they're pretty awesome. You can grab a shirt or a print or whatever you want. Just check them out. But other than that, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. We got our win, heading back home against the Pirates. I will be there. I will also be at Food Fest on Saturday, and we'll be doing a vlog for that. Don't forget, live stream tomorrow, 4:30 p.m., and I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.